Alright, hello. And welcome back to Disco Elysium. Okay, when I last left off, what was I doing? What do I need to do? Let me see my tasks. Do I have any? I do have a level. Let's see. My composure is full. I can raise my skill cap. Oh, no, I can't now. Never mind. That's... I don't know. Oh, hello. Oh, Doctor. Hello. How's it going? Yeah, it's not quite dancing. Unfortunately, it's a, murder mystery. I'm playing a detective. It's a very long and convoluted story. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. It's been a while.
Hi again, Gendarme.
Let's see.
Bye-bye, Gendarme.
So I'm pretty far into the game. I'm probably like 2/3 of the way done with it. I've been playing it for like the last few weeks. I don't even know how to properly explain the story up until this point. My character is like an amnesiac cop who wakes up and he has no memory of the world or anything. And then there's my sidekick, Lieutenant Kutsuragi here, this guy. And he helps me out solving the murder mystery of a guy who was allegedly hanged in this hostel's backyard. But as we came to discover, he wasn't actually hanged, he was shot. And we're finding out why they tried to cover it up. Also, I'm wearing the boots of a dead man that I ripped off of his corpse, full of rotten flesh. I came here into the kitchen, I boiled them in the pot that everyone is eating out of to get off of the rotten flesh, and now I have a cool pair of boots.
Hi again, Gendarme.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's good to have you back. Yeah, I'm kind of like that too. I really don't want to use Twitter anymore. It's too much. It's going to implode in on itself soon anyway. What is it about the way he carries himself? Success. Could it be a member of the homosexual underground? Well, that's... You picked a great time to show up here. That's at this part of the game. A physical instrument. Yes, this man is definitely one of the homos. I've seen them homos with my own eyes. Electrochemistry. This sexual thing seems interesting. Ask around, become involved. Encyclopedia. Just pointing it out. We've not been talking about some kind of a cult with members here. You made it up. Are you part of the homosexual underground? I'm not bringing it up. Let it go. It's...
The homosexual underground?
The smoker sits up immediately, his eyes wide, with amused surprise. A honeyed smile lingers on his lips.
Why, yes I am, officer. Why? Do you want to investigate?
Yes, I want to hear more about this homosexual underground you're part of. No, I just want to know whether you were one of them.
Oh, it's a pleasure group. A subrosa pleasure group congregating in cellars under the cover of night. Saturday night. Sometimes even Friday night.
What about Thursday night? But why do you convene? But why do you convene? What do you do?
Oh, we're ambitious. We want to destroy the last vestiges of meaning, the last things people in Rebishol have to hold on to, the true symbols of security. The meaning of man and woman, mother and father, their marriage. Everything will be constantly shifting and moving under our rule. The future will belong to a circus of identities just spinning around, surreal and unreal. You won't even know who you are anymore.
But I like knowing who I am. Does it have anything to do with the disco? Other questions I had. Other questions, really.
Yes, we listen to a lot of disco. Some say we engineered disco to spread our vision of a vertiginous, ever-changing society, where all there is a razzle-dazzle of gold. We are going to change the family unit with all this razzmatazz and finger dancing. And with mysteries. Of course, the mysteries are also of sexual nature, very esoteric.
I do like disco. Maybe I should get into it. No, this is not me. That much fun should be illegal.
You can't just get into it. You have to be born into it. One is either already in the homosexual movement or forever excluded from it.
What if I can't remember whether I'm in or not? What if I can't remember anything about my life, aside from the fact that I like disco? Okay, that I'm definitely not in.
Beautiful. Beautiful. That's exactly what we're looking for. Who knows, maybe you were homosexual in the past. Maybe all of that has been repressed.
The smoker crawls up to you like an animal preparing to jump. He circles your hands around you. Oh, he circles his hands
I
around
have
you.
to say that you do look like someone who might be part of the underground. You have that very distinctive, I can't understand what's going on here look.
Okay. Blink. Okay. I have to think about it. This is gonna be like a 20-hour mind project for me. 20 hours at least.
Do think about it, officer. Absolutely wonderful.
Conceptualization. A man like you can figure out his sexuality in a working day. It won't be 20 hours unless you want to enter the heightened realms of the phantasm erotique afterwards. Then, it may be 20 hours or more, but that would be on your own time.
Bye-bye, gendarme.
Well, I need a level to put that into the thought cabinet. Volition. You think you have a pretty hot suspect right now, don't you? That Ruby of yours. Yeah, and? I don't need this criticism right now. This chapter is closed. Volition. Notice how it came together without casting too much suspicion on Classia. It was nice and Ruby-centric in the end. What do you mean? Of course, the real hot suspect. Let's see. How can I explain it? So Classia is well, the guy that was killed, we found out, was having sex with a prostitute upstairs and he got shot while he was having sex. And the woman named Ruby, who's like the leader of this gang that is part of the dock workers union, helped organize the cover-up of the murder of the guy who was shot for some reason, because the prostitute is actually a corporate spy And if she gets involved with the police, she'll probably be assassinated by the government. So I know it's quite the convoluted story, but anything strike you a bit off with this mishmash? Well, the bullet didn't have to come from the roof. It could have come from anywhere on the coast. The bullet was jacketed. These don't just lie around everywhere, do they? It turns out the bullet was an antique. The footprints in the pinball workshop didn't fit the old soul's footprints on the crime scene. So far, no one has mentioned hearing the shot. Notice how this hasn't come up at all. Even Hardy and his boys didn't mention it. Neither did you. Well, the bullet could have not come from the roof. Absolutely. It could have come from anywhere. But you're absolutely... Oh, you're suddenly... But you're suddenly so certain it came from the roof behind the window. The bullet was jacketed. Good point. It's rather rare these days, but do continue. It turned out the bullet was an antique. True. Strange how you conducted the whole advanced ballistics analysis and then hand-waved it. The footprints in the pinball workshop didn't fit. No, they didn't. I'm done thinking about this. That's right. Finish thought. Just finish it and conveniently go on. She's watching you. Leave right now. You know that. Free as a bird on that roof. Lighting up a cigarette and thinking, am I glad Ruby's in this shit and not me? Logic. Don't listen to this guy. The theory was solid. He's just jealous. Move on. It's no use harassing her further. Alright, let's see. What do I need to do now? Oh yeah, I should go to the car. Go into the radio and see about the stuff, the toxicology report and the other stuff.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Did you hear anything about the armor boots yet?
Yes. It took some convincing, but I got the mercenary's name and a few biographical details. Are you ready?
The lieutenant leans in to listen, notebook in hand. Shoot. I was born ready, baby.
That suit of armor was issued to an Oranese citizen named Ellis Kortenaer. That's E-L-L-I-S K-O-R-T-E-N-A-I-R. Exact date of birth, unknown. He was signed into the Lelystad County Neonatal Care Unit on 28th of February, 09.
A neonatal care unit?
He was found as a newborn in a leaf compactor near an abandoned farm. He spent 4 months in the neonatal unit, survived apparently, and was assigned to a foster family at 2. This is what the ICP knows about him. He was raised by foster parents, entered the Eastbrand Military Academy in Vredefort at 17, then served in the Oranese forces till he was honorably discharged in 41, just a year before the Seminese conflict.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I went to go visit my family last week. Well, a few days ago. For a few days. I think for Thursday to like Sunday. And had some Ohio Valley pizza. There's a picture of it in the Discord.
Then the armor followed him to Seminine, or at least I assume it did. And that's it. There are no records of his employment in Crenel, or any of its other incarnations, or him even entering Revachol.
At least it was the cooked kind. Wait, he was found in a leaf compactor. Any information on this foster parents? So, all we have to connect him to Colonel is the armor.
Even that is a small miracle. These organizations usually double-check their inventory. Thank you, Alice. Great work.
No problem, Lieutenant.
Authority. A compliment from Lieutenant Kutsaragi. Not bad. Was found in a leaf compactor.
It's a garden tool used to press leaves into these cubes. It's a detail the hospital had. The only detail in these files. So I thought it would be good for you to know.
It is. Thank you, Alice.
Any information on his foster parents?
None, officer. Sorry.
Well, we have the name and a service record now.
A name. This is very good. Elise Cortenard.
Oh, here, let me put my skill point in. Actually, I'm going to have to remove something. I need to remove something to become a homosexual. That's this game. Let's see, +1 pain threshold, all psych learning camps. Let's see, white checks heal morale, that's fine. That's good. +3 perception. I'll find better loot. I'll probably get rid of that one. That's kind of useless. And this is literally only useful for one thing in the game, but I'll keep it for now. All intellect void checks are unlocked. I think I'll just get rid of the Jamrock shuffle. There we go. And put in the homosexual underground. You see mysterious strangers in the night, leaning against unlit doorways, engaged in hushed conversations. A shadowy cabal, exchanging looks, whispering in dark alleys and unmarked locales. A radical cell conspiring against the state, and perhaps even against man and woman. Was that a secret handshake? What's going on? Who are these secretive people? How will they accomplish their sinister and world-altering goals? And most importantly, are you one of them? You could be. Maybe you forgot. Island Empire. And this means something to him. To know that name, like naming a case, it's important. Esprit de corps. Sometimes police work is about human dignity, about giving back names to anonymous victims.
I'm glad the inquiry was helpful to your investigation, officer. Did you have any other questions? 57th, over and out.
Okay, let's see. What do I have to buy? The found pants. Let's see. The victim's tattoo. Let's see. Joyce. Who put the clothes in the trash? Jamra. Find out who the lady driver. We'll find that out later. Okay, we'll have to talk to Moral. The working class, that's on the boardwalk. Doomed hostile. Totally it's the whirling in rags. Doom. Talk to guard about this. Okay. Find all of the armor pieces. Okay, that's it. The meeting is at 2200. Oh, I have to talk to the ravers again. Find smokes. Oh, I can do that. Get yourself organized. Oh, hello there, Faye. Oh, how are you? And yeah, I'm doing good. It's not as hot as it's been lately. Over here. Let me see. I'm seeing how hot it is today. Oh, it's only 60 degrees. That's pretty good. Determine where the shot came from. Oh, well, that's good to hear. Get organized. Oh, I need to find the remaining communists, but I can't do that tonight because I have to do the gun tonight, so I'll have to do that tomorrow. Confront the pigs, determine where the shot came from, and ask about Ruby in the village. Okay. Back to the village. Oh, I forgot to buy cigarettes. Back to the cigarettes. Back to the convenience store. I should also buy alcohol while I'm there too, to get the third story from Idiot to Doom Spiral.
Is this about the questions again?
Oh, wait, no, I have to interact with this thing. There we go. A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles lines the shop wall, inviting you closer. Just like my dad. Yeah, my dad too. The bottles wink at you in the light. The smokes, too, glitter in their wrapping. It's like looking into a kind of heaven. Your knees are weak. Electrochemistry. There, in that dark green glass, a world of ruby, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth. Wine, alcohol, beer alcohol, love alcohol. I'm in heaven. I need it all so bad. Say nothing, just take it in. This is not a good place for a recovering addict. Not right now.
Guess not, no.
Oh, also I just added the thing to the thought cabinet that makes my character gay. The homosexual underground. There you go. Electrochemistry. Good thing you're an unrecovering alcoholic then.
I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health, but I guess you already know that.
It's like, I knew it was a choice. That's a volition. Don't ask, don't look, don't do anything here. Just go away. Go back to work. Electrochemistry. Oh, speaking of which, the Republican debates are tomorrow. I can't wait to watch that and see all of the unhinged lunatic shit that they say. It'll be great. Last year it was something. Please tell me more about these products. Do you sell any under-the-counter vices?
The Pale Age vodka is special, I guess. It's stored in pale for a couple of years, which makes it super expensive and super strong.
I know. Thank you for the condolences. I'm brain broken by American politics. I have to see it. I have to see the circus unfold. The pale-aged vodka is special, I guess. It's stored in the pail a couple of years, which makes it super expensive and super strong. Okay, what will consuming this stuff do to my body?
I mean, I already said it'd hurt you. I don't know what else they do.
True. Substances, and that's the tutorial. They give powerful bonuses to your main stats at the cost of damaging to your health or morale. Cigarettes raise your intellect while damaging your health. Alcohol raises your psyche while damaging your morale. Use medicine like Nosifed and magnesium to counteract the negative effects of substances. Note, consuming substances can have unforeseen consequences for you. Just like real life. The binder's full of women. Do you sell any under-the-counter vices?
No, Frick only sells legal drugs, like the law says.
Let's see. Get $5. Give me a Commodore Red wine. $30. Give me the pale-aged vodka. $3. Give me the potent Pilsner beer. Give me $2.90. Give me the Astra cigarettes. Well, I need the cigarettes for the quest, and I think I need another beer for what's his name? Idiot Doom Spiral. Where's my inventory at? I guess I can't access it here. I have to. I think I'll just buy it.
Here you go, mister.
There we go. Oh, wrong button. Oh, yeah, it's a tool, that's right. Speed, there's the boombox. Oh, I think I had to buy a separate one. Now I just have 7 of these. Well, whatever. You know what, I'll load. Because I'll have to come back and buy it anyway. I need the cigarettes, though.
Is this about...
Oh, not that. This.
I'm obliged...
Blah, blah, blah. Where is... Give me the cigarettes.
Here you go, mister.
I should probably go outside to smoke. Electrochemistry. There it is. A brave little army in your pocket. The first Smokes platoon. 20 brave souls standing in salute. Ready to step into the fire for you, sir. Pull one out of the pack. I'm not gonna do it. Ignore the thought. Pull one out of the pack. You picked the best one. This soldier is fat and succulent. What are you waiting for? Light up. Re-become yourself. Light it up. I don't want to light it right now. People are watching. Put it back in your pack. Light it up. Get a load of this rock and roll cop here, people. Johnny Thundercop fishes a cheap lighter out of his pants. With a flick of his thumb, there's fire. A primal satisfaction. Here we go. Perception sight. The lighter's dark green. Disposable plastic. Safety's off. In your case, the safety is always off. What are the repercussions if I do this? Dip that bad boy in the flame and breathe in. No. Throw it away. Repercussions. There's a high risk of glory, with a mild chance of cool genius. Smoking makes you into an intellectual. Everybody knows that. Logic. It will help you concentrate a bit. That much is true. Volition. It only lets you concentrate because you're in nicotine withdrawal. It only mitigates its own. Electrochemistry. Blah, blah, blah. Boring. Light it up. Dip that bad boy in the flame and breathe in. Thick, warm smoke. It gets sucked down into your lungs immediately. You feel a warm nostalgia fill your body and soul. The nostalgia for yourself. The man you were in your youth. Johnny Thundercop is back, and he's chill as balls. There, task complete. Find smokes and smoke them. In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's a cigarettes button. Cigarettes give +1 intellect skills, logic, rhetoric, conceptualization, visual calculus, encyclopedia, and drama. This is good before a white check, but damages your health. Conceptualization. Why does art inspire you so much? It does, yeah, but what is art? Only the most intellectual of cigarettes. See, cigarettes now make me want to make art. That's a true artist. No, art is for arrogant blowhard, so why am I getting this? Excellent question. Art has a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill. Additionally, it's history, criticism, and pure enjoyment. Unfortunately, I don't think there's no LSD here, but there is speed. I can't use it. I was gonna say I can do amphetamines. That's close enough. In short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined. Would I fit into the art world, I mean? Have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic. With that beard and those clothes, disheveled and prophetic. Perhaps you should try to critique architecture too. Hold on, is architecture also art? I guess I have been feeling critical lately. That's stupid. Architecture is stupid. Of course not. It's autism. Box drawings. Masturbation with a ruler and a sextant. Or whatever they use. You would demean and criticize the genteel institution of architecture while extolling the virtues of pure arts. Wait, what about music? Is that art? Only the most experimental kind. I guess I have been feeling critical lately. Yes, you seek substance, no vapid representations and reproductions of social mores, as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real living art here. Become the art cop. Half art critic, half cop. Wait, but don't I have to be 100% cop? I get the case finished and all that. Okay, if 50% art critic is what's needed to free me from rote repetition, so be it. Opt in. No, I cannot risk another capo diversion at this point. Go away. I'm already the hobo cop and the sorry cop, so I'm not going to be the art critic cop here. Bravo. Continue then. In the mediocre and vulgar epoниes of the world. So what if everything is incomprehensibly shit and you can see it? Take no responsibility. Visual calculus. This was a good call. That guy probably thinks forensics is autism too. I forgot to switch my sunglasses from when I was examining the window. Where is it? +1 empathy. There. Oh, I broke the camera again. Hold on. Sometimes that happens. I have to reload. Oops. There we go. Oh, and I should check the... I think that's all I needed, yeah. I need to explore the fishing village some more. I need to go up to the boardwalk, I think. Oh, and I need to talk to the ravers about the church. I'll go do that first.
Hello again.
Have you seen a red-haired woman around?
No,
Just no?
it's pretty desolate here. I only
Just
hear
no?
dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast.
That's good. No neighbors to complain about noise when you get the club going. Considering that what we're trying to do here, that it doesn't look like a good sign.
Exactly. It's our chance to turn the grim desolation into an overwhelmingly fun dance party.
Okay.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Oh, what's this? Logic. Let's see. 58%. Okay, maybe everything isn't quite as you've been told. Take a moment to analyze. 58%. Cell was high. +1. Suna said something amiss. +1. Unexplained ether smell. +1. Unexplained nosophed. +1. Headphones were sold. -2. Convinced you're a smart cop. Now let's see. About the church, I checked it out.
And? What happened?
I talked to the crab man. Actually, I want to talk about...
Oh, man! Who is he? What did you think?
Seemed okay, to be honest. Very spiritual. He gave me this odd lecture on alcoholism before rambling on and on about mother's love. You were right. He's a true narcomaniac. And the way he climbs, it was terrifying.
Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
just preaching and praying, from the looks of it. He clearly enjoys the physical activity. Guy climbs like a freak. There's something sinister going on under the building's roof. I think he's getting high or something.
No matter. Is he gonna be a problem? Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we gonna do about him?
Savoir-faire. These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do. Of course he's a problem. He's a crab man. He keeps himself physically active, thinks spiritual thoughts, and doesn't drink. Who am I to evict such a person? As far as I can tell, he's not going to leave. He'll climb around up there. The guy, and guys, you'll never catch him. Actually, he told me he wouldn't mind a nightclub there at all.
I dunno, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
You're just gonna have to live with the crab man. Don't worry. I don't think he really gives a damn about you or anybody else.
I guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light! Yeah!
Yeah.
Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her?
I was using the mainframe when Suna, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident, appeared.
A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub?
She said you guys haven't been completely honest with me about your plans. She did not like the Anotic Dance Club idea.
Come on, man. Who will you trust? A spooky programmer or us? We just want to make the world a better place.
Feel the love! Get down and feel it!
The stuffy tent muffles the last two words. The command fails to impress. Rhetoric. A half-hearted sell of something which does not seem worth buying. Okay, maybe I'm kinda feeling it. The love? No. I'm really not feeling it at all.
You'll get there, believe me. When we've got our gear set up, things will be flowing and pumping. Anyway, now that it's settled, how did she seem? I mean, disposition-wise, about the dance club idea. Yeah, owed her 9. Rocking it or dropping it?
She did not like it.
What a pity! That's my favourite thing in the world! And she doesn't like it at all!
A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam? And into a laser-lit future of dance and unity?
Unity! Dance!
She made it very clear that she wouldn't leave until her own project is finished.
And you can't just evict her?
No, I won't evict her. We have to come up with a different solution. I could go for another try. Bring down the hammer of the law.
Look at you, Honor Man!
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can make a deal not to bother her. If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of music.
The lines in the dark exist! Coexist!
At least Crabman seems like an advanced being. He's hard. He'll understand.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like anodic dance music?
She absolutely does not. Really, truly despises it. Lie. She gets down. I mean, who doesn't? Just listen to that crazy pulse. The egghead cannot believe what you just said. It makes him pump his jam a little slower for a moment. But then, he returns to the full swing of it.
No worries. We'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think?
I refuse to throw her out, but I can try convincing her. Proceed with the quest. And alright, I'll see how it goes.
Excellent! Good luck, my friend.
There, now that's
Goodbye, officer.
72%.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
Success. A number of things don't add up. Now let's take a look. A drama. How about gather around, kids? Okay, kids, now gather around. I got bad news for you, Andre. Things don't add up. The young speed freak puts down a busted capacitor and looks at you. The one with the large head seems very enthusiastic about whatever you have planned. Their would-be leader is less amused. Some time has passed. I'm not sure where and how. I feel sick and become the shadow you see now. But before that, I have reason to believe I was a police detective. I got bad news.
But you still are.
Thank you for your kind words, but everyone in here sees I'm a disgrace to the uniform. I was good enough in this job to be awarded the rank of Lieutenant Yefrater. I could have been captain. Imagine that.
What happened?
Disco happened. Life tore me a new asshole. I did. I happened to myself. I don't know. I have.
That's a real downer.
Quite heavy. Now, obviously, that might as well have been 1,000 years ago, but there's still some detective left in me. The young speed freak is silent. Empathy. He senses something is wrong. Suna said you've been lying about your plans. Your answers are very unconvincing. Your girl Lascelle is high as a kite out there. It must have been hard for you boys to keep sober for the meeting. This isn't the makings of a club. It's a tent full of laboratory equipment for manufacturing drugs.
Fuck, man. It's difficult to get along with some people, but we're trying to make an effort. We are on a mission here. I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
Perception sight. One speaker. They have one speaker. Where is his friend? Did you lose his friend? You have no headphones. Would Lascelle need her headphones to spin tape? That Nosafed is here for its active ingredient. The distilled water, cornerstone of a clean lab. The ether in the air, a useful solvent, good for getting acting agent out of a solution.
He said it was for his nose. What more do you want?
Encyclopedia. Likely pseudoepinephrine. Almost exactly the shape of ephedrine. Ephedrine makes you happy, and so does these names. Pseudo blah blah blah. I said it the first time because I've heard that on like crime shows. Pseudoephedrine, I don't know. Anyway, the ether in the air.
Make up your mind. First it's the sweat, then it's the ether.
Where's its friend?
What do you mean, friend?
The other speaker. You only have one.
It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in anodic music. Other speaker.
Encyclopedia, this may be the brain damage talking, but you've definitely never heard of monodynamic or one-speaker systems. You have no headphones for sale.
What do you know about spinning tape? Nothing.
I know you pawned them, likely for lab equipment and drug ingredients.
I'm sorry, but there is no lab equipment and no drug ingredients.
The distilled water, cornerstones of a clean lab.
Of all cellular-based life. What's your point, Lawbringer?
There's no need for me to pile on anymore, is there?
No shit.
He sounds tired. Your girl is as high as a kite.
We don't need drugs to be hardcore.
Shut the fuck up, Egg.
Maybe not today, Egg, but you need drugs to get through the days when you're not expecting me. So, does a cell need drugs more than you? Bottom line is, I know.
Climb down from the equestrian monument, cop man. Consciousness is new to the universe. We all have our ways to ease the shock.
We know she has a problem, man. We're working on it. She didn't exactly have a smooth adolescence.
Empathy. Underneath, he is furious she ruined it for them. This means trouble for their female friend. Bottom line is, I know.
What exactly is it you know?
In short, you tried to use a police detective to set up a drug lab.
That's... Come on, that's...
Preposterous. Against the law. Punishable by summary execution. It's...
I meant to say, not true.
So, what are we gonna do with you?
What do you mean, do?
Empathy. There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act. It wouldn't take a lot of pushing. Suggestion. The optimal way to go about this would be indifference. It begins by you telling him you don't care about any of this. We do this lawman style. First, you tell me everything. Then, I pass judgment. You tell me what's really going on and we'll work from there. I can be lenient. I don't really care. I just want to crack the case. Do what you want and I'll do what I want.
Really?
Of course not really. I'm a cop. Now tell me what's going on immediately. Really. I want to ask you about something else.
You wanted to just ask me about something else.
He's a bit perplexed now. Shrug. Or, you can tell me the plan for the church, what the church really was. Yes, I did. And I'm that kind of person. Now tell me. He thinks for a moment, then opens his mouth, but closes it again. Then finally raises his hands.
Things are just way too hard for an entrepreneur in this city. It's not like we're not going to turn the church into the wickedest club in East Revershall.
Because we are! We totally are!
We just got to turn it into a speed lab first.
You know, to get our foot in the door.
You know, to get your foot in the door. And why did you need me?
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty, and now it's all spooked up.
I got a skill point, let's see. Let's see. Another suggestion. They're not really spooky, are they?
No, man. They're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police if we started cooking speed in there.
But the sign was way off too. I couldn't feel the love at all.
So, what now?
Authority. This is it. Judgment time. Give me your cash. Ask for a bribe first. Pack up and report to Precinct 41. Arrest them. Get lost. I don't want to see you again. Evict them. Let's do this clean. No speed lab, just a club for anodic music. Proceed with the club. It wouldn't work without the lab. Do what you have to do to keep the club alive. Proceed with both. Just the music.
Yeah!
I knew it.
The would-be leader drops his spiked head between his knees.
It's impossible now.
No, Andre, it's harder now. This hard cop has come to show us how much the fish is, and the fish is always so much more. We all know there was never going to be a club for anodic music with the Speed Lab. Now it has a fighting chance.
What's that about a fish? So there was never going to be a club there.
There needs to be a club for anodic music in there. Needs to. Everyone hates each other. Everybody hates it here. It's all just drugs and we're slaves and I can't. We are running out of time. We need a win, Andre. I promise this will be a win. We won't cook speed in there. We'll do it clean. We'll do it true. We'll do it sober and real and beautiful. This will be a victory for the light.
Shivers. It will be nothing. This will be nothing. Let's see. You can hear the ice crack underneath you. Outside, the last century waterfront development is crumbling in the wind. A grape-shot row of falling houses. And so is Rue Saint-Jérôme. And all the houses on Main Row. The old cinema is sinking underneath Villalobos. Wait, does anyone feel that? Right, let's call this incident crime prevention, but I have my eyes on you.
What?
Nothing, let's call this incident crime prevention.
Okay, we'll try to do it without the drugs.
He raises his head from between his knees.
We'll do a straight club up in there, spinning the maddest reels, and nothing but. I swear to God. Okay, Egg?
From here on, it'll be straight all the way.
That's all for now.
Goodbye, officer.
So you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid. Good.
In front of him. Let's see. Skin shows through the holes in the Speed Freak's too large sweater. In front of him, an open toolbox full of carpentry tools and parts.
It's good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading on your sign. Can't really talk to people before you get a reading.
Sign? Oh yeah, he runs his hands through his hair, which is combed back in mock seriousness, and continues to fiddle with some gears. Sign? I saw a sticker on the padlock. Can you tell me anything about it? Tell me about the machines you saw in the church. Why are you called Noid? Sign?
Yeah, gotta compare. See if we can align.
Interesting.
I suck at socialising, man. Even now, our sign synchronisation is way off. But I'll see what I can do.
What are you called Noid?
The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment.
He picks up some sort of a widget. Island Empire. It's not easy to reach a harmonic resonance of signs without some adjustment. Does this mean we need sign matching? I don't understand what that means.
Yes. Further sign matching would do good for us. One way to achieve this would be by getting us into the church.
Ah. It's a sticker.
A sticker? You mean the yellow one? Can you describe it to me?
Conceptualization. Interesting. He wishes you to describe it, though he already knows what it looks like. Why describe it if you already know what I mean? It's this one.
So I can hear you do it. Sometimes the outside gaze helps us reflect on things.
Noid, don't bother our guests with your games.
Piss off, Andre. Me and Mr. Cop are trying to discuss art.
You shouldn't talk like that.
Yeah, you should be more respectful. I don't mind a little foul language here and there.
Cool. The ban on foulness. That's the moralist plot to alienate us from our bodily function so they can control us more fully. Anyhow, what was the sticker like?
Produce your ledger and show him the sticker. Okay, it's a yellow circle, the human face with X's for eyes and a smile underneath. I think the X's mean the guy's dead. I'm not telling.
Seems like my creation has found its way into the legal bureaucracy. What did you want to ask about it?
What's it supposed to be? Makes the sticker so modern. I think we've
The
exhausted.
dead guy smiling.
And what does it mean?
He defeated history. We are living in the age of history, and in the eyes of history, we are always already dead. How can we ever smile then? Because history is a lie, and so are its deaths. The present moment and life are the hardcore. The hardcore expels death. Or maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's just really ecstatic about the beats.
Electrochemistry, or drugged out of his mind. Come to think of it. Could also be drugged out of his mind. I'm thinking maybe the smiling dead guy's a symbol for communism. It's also dead, but doesn't care.
Yeah, that interpretation holds.
What's it supposed to be? What makes a sticker so modern?
Simplicity was brought to us by classical solarist modernism, but that was a tasteful, harmonious simplicity, right? Well, hardcore is not tasteful or outwardly harmonious. It's a warning shot. This will be dangerous. The echo of man's loss haunting him. The sticker, the clothes, the music, same thing.
You come up with this stuff by yourself. Seems awesome. Nod in agreement. My head is spinning. It's hard to keep up with the times.
Not alone. Many people are thinking the same thing right now. There's a gathering at the Palaceum. The beat is the same for all.
I think we've exhausted the subject.
I guess one could write an entire treatise on the thing. But what for?
What about now? Are the signs aligned now?
Nah. Still strongly out of sync. Stage gamma disalignment.
What?
You heard me.
He examines the small metal bolt in his hand. Tell me about the machines you saw in the church.
Weird stuff. Specialised. There was a data processor and some sort of long-wave machinery. Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Or some fucked up Samaran science sign. You know, the kind that goes head first into the supernatural.
Encyclopedia. The People's Republic of Samara, SRV, is a product of Revachul's sister revolution on the Isola of Grodd. It's known as a severely degenerated rogue state. Don't be too hard on Samara. They're all alone in the world. Half of what we know about them is just propaganda. What's wrong with the supernatural? The supernatural? So you think it's real? That it actually exists, proceed.
I know, man. I was just talking about the aesthetic.
What's wrong with the supernatural?
Nothing's wrong with it. You should definitely be researched. You can still do sick shit with it, though.
Island Empire, the sickest. That is perhaps why it should be researched.
Most of it doesn't exist, but there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist, because the moralists think it's too dangerous for the plebs. Psionic powers, pale-related diseases, pretenders pretending to be human, folk rights, that kind of stuff.
Okay, I'll come back later. Oh yeah, I never did get the remote viewers, thought. I forget what I had to do for that. Egghead. A young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harman Wowshi tape player and nodding along with the music. He looks at you with a knowing smile and says, Island Empire, as though you're supposed to be sharing some tremendous evangelical secret.
Hardcore!
Is it? Say nothing.
Hardcore!
Still say nothing. But is it, I mean, really?
Hardcore to the mega!
Say nothing.
Internally coherent.
Still say nothing? I was wondering if you knew who killed the mercenary hanged behind the whirling in rags hostel. Say nothing.
All right. Yeah.
Say nothing. Please tell me, what exactly are you doing? He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Hardcore! Ah!
He lets out an agonized roar over the feebleish, obviously not too hardcore beat below. So hardcore! No, but seriously, I'm a little worried, isn't it?
Is it though?
He stops dead in his tracks, tilting his head to the side. It is. I was just thinking that a moment ago. It
What
is.
it? I mean, really?
He tilts his head to the other side like an owl. Island Empire feels like you should reply with the very pinnacle of idiocy here, so that things get totally transcendent. But you haven't gotten there yet. So, you don't know what to say. I was thinking that too. I don't know what to say.
Under the radar, over the top.
New task, solve the egghead puzzle. Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think? I don't remember what the combination is to talk to Egghead. I'll look it up some other time. Alright, what do I have to do now? Help the ravers start the nightclub, convince Sunia to cooperate. Okay.
Yes, what is it?
Have you seen anything suspicious, say a woman named Ruby?
What? No, no one's suspicious around here.
A drama. She has not seen her, sire, 'tis true. Hey, about the 2mm hole again, let's see. What if I just force you to leave? I'm a police officer. You have to do what I say. What if you didn't have to leave? I talked to Andre about, he wants to make it work.
I don't want to make anything work.
She replies, her expression unchanged. Hold on. You don't want to make anything work? Alright, got your message.
Yes, anything. I don't want to make anything work.
Empathy. It's not the anodic dance music that made her bitter. It's the failure of Fortress Accident. Are you bitter because your radio game project failed?
That's right. If we couldn't get our Welkins to happen, I don't want anything to happen. Ever again.
Empathy. There's not a trace of irony in her voice. She means it. 97%. Convince her to cooperate with the ravers. +1. Research not going well. +1. Discovered Fortress Accident. +1. Discussed FA Fortress Accident with Dice Maker. Suggestion. easy. When her research is done, you can move out. Oh, she can move out. Listen, about your research, you mentioned earlier that it's not going very well. Maybe I can help with something.
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
But if I could help you finish the project, then you wouldn't have to live in the church next to the boom boom anymore. Just think about it. She thinks about it. A glassy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings some snow in from the broken gallery. It touches her hair.
All right. Bring me the game's offsite copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory, and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself.
What is an offsite copy and why do you need it? By your old workplace, do you mean the Studio Fortress accident in the doomed commercial area?
It's a backup of my former employer's project, the radio game we were working on. It's stored on a filament memory, just like the one inside this radio computer.
She points to the glowing cube inside of the machine. Interfacing. She makes it extra simple for you.
The backup itself is destroyed now, but I'm hoping to use what's left of it to pinpoint the exact location of the anomaly. You just have to go to my old workspace and get the filament.
Rhetoric, hold on. If it's called an offsite copy, then why is it still on site? It's called an offsite copy.
Oh god, not this again. It is not on site. It is in the basement. Perfectly safe and not connected to the front at all.
Rhetoric, basement. That sounds like it's technically still on site.
No, taking it outside the building wouldn't have protected it from the data loss. There's nothing wrong with keeping the backup in the basement. What happened was a freak accident that has nothing to do with how the backup was stored. We clear?
She stares at you with pleading, furious eyes. Empathy. This is clearly a painful topic for her. She must have had to explain herself numerous times. Do you mean the doomed commercial area?
You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady.
Wait, the bookstore lady, you mean Plessius?
That's her name, I believe.
Actually, I've already been inside the doomed commercial area. Where exactly is the offsite copy?
Good. Then you might know the giant ice bear fridge in the building's cellar. The filament is inside the fridge. Just go and get it.
And where exactly is the offsite copy?
In the giant ice bear fridge. I just told you. It has red glowing eyes. It's impossible to miss. You just need to get the offsite copy from the ice bear.
Reaction speed, but you've been to the fridge and it wasn't there. There was a note saying... Found a note from the ice bear fridge. It said that the offsite copy had been moved to a safer place.
Wait, a note from whom? Did it specify where they took the filament memory?
It said that the offsite copy has been taken to a nearby ice cream maker. The note was signed by someone named Suislaw.
Jawiza. Of course. Our project lead, Suliswov Jawiza. God, he was always so hell-bent on keeping the copy somewhere safe. And feature creep, and the Valley of the Heads. Like it would have made a difference. The offsite copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. That data loss was anomalous. And the heads... I won't even get into the heads. Millions of them. Go find that copy from that ice cream maker, will you?
Conceptualization. Valley of the Thousand Heads. You like the sound of that. I found the ice cream maker, but couldn't get it open. It's completely frozen. By the way, I put a dead body in that fridge.
This is getting ridiculous. Can't you just defrost it? Or, I don't know. I don't know about the ice cream maker. Just figure something out.
Empathy, there's a solution, but she doesn't want to hand it over to you yet. It's a thing. Something she holds dear. I put a dead body in that fridge.
Whose dead body?
You know, we don't actually have to tell the entire world about the fridge.
The lieutenant says, looking at you.
Whose body is it?
She demands again, staring at you first and then back at the lieutenant. It's the body of the hanged man. Don't worry. I put it there temporarily. It's all part of an official police investigation.
And what is it doing in the fridge?
Empathy. It's almost as if she feels some sort of ownership of the fridge. Don't worry.
You put it there? You put a dead body inside the ice bear fridge.
I just wanted to let you know. Yeah, that's what I said in the first place. The investigation warranted. Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. Thanks for keeping me in the loop.
We would appreciate it if you kept this knowledge to yourself, miss.
Who would I tell? My mother? I don't have anyone to tell. And if I did, I wouldn't. I don't care.
Why can't you get the filament yourself?
The bookstore lady hates me. Says I'm part of the curse. Whatever that means.
Wait, are you part of the curse? Why does she think you're part of the curse?
Of course not. Anyway, I don't have my keys anymore and she won't let me in.
Why does she think you're part of it?
Because she's from Martinez, and people from Martinez have never ever seen a radio computer. She thinks it emits elemental evil.
That's a bit biased, don't you think? Yeah, people in Martinez don't really like to get with the times. Don't be too harsh. That's only because of their socio-economic situation. What if it does emit elemental evil? Narrow your eyes.
Yes, but she literally started praying for the higher powers when she first saw my Rame Civic. I'm not making this up.
The lieutenant coughs like he's amused.
Once I came in one morning, only to find that my terminal was full of those strange trinkets and amulets. Wards. It looked like some Semenine magic.
Alright, I'll go look for the offsite copy.
Thanks.
The radio computer then hands it like it's
And
an
here's my
oversized...
Falsound multi-tool. You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything. If you get me the offsite copy, then you can keep the Falsound.
There we go. I got the oversized pry bar, the Coulson KR2 multi-tool. Empathy. It hurts a bit for her to say this. She's not too happy to be parting ways with the Flossland. Interfacing the legendary Flossland multi-tool. This is pry bar version 2.0 for professionals like you. Alright, back to the doomed commercial area. Oh, I know. I need to go this way. I think there's a fast travel, but I've never figured out how to actually use it. Yeah, I don't know how to use the fast travel. Oh well. It doesn't take terribly long to get over here. Okay. Pretty sure I need physical instrument for this, so let me put on. Pretty sure I have a shirt that... Where's the tank top? There it is. Try to crack open the lid. You slip your fingers into the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. Oh yeah, the pry bar would come in handy or something stronger. Oh yeah, didn't I?
Give you a perfect tool for this kind of job. The Kvalsund. You should take it out.
Oh yeah, that's right. Also, I forgot to... I think I plugged this thing back in.
Very smart. Opening the lid should be much easier after the ice cream maker has defrosted.
Yeah, I forgot to unplug this thing earlier. So... Oh, there we go. There's the... So this might end up being... too hard. Oh no, it's 72%. Okay. Machine was unplugged. +1, better grip with gloves. Crack open the lid. It's... no. Okay, unplug it.
Very smart.
Now, put on this thing. Have anything else that gives me physical instrument? No. What's it say? Ice squeaks beneath your Cloveland multi-tool, but your fingers slip away from the tool. The lid shut as tightly as before. Logic. And it's already unplugged. There's not much else you can do other than wait for the defrost to bulk up and get stronger. There we go. Physical instrument. Ice groans and howls under the strain of your giant Cloveland multi-tool until the lid cracks open. Ice cream maker. A darkness lies inside, but you can firmly make out an object, intricate and foreign, left there for a sub-zero beauty sleep. A filament memory with the words off-site copy written on its side. A disappointment washes over you as you stare into the almost empty ice cream maker. What, no ice cream? That's... Take the filament memory.
A scoop of ice cream would have been nice, yes.
The lieutenant agrees. Someone's stomach grumbles. The room feels very cold. Take the filament memory. You gently lift the cube from its frosty bedding. Careful not to damage it.
We should take it back to Miss Lukanen killed as soon as possible. I'm not sure how well unused filaments tolerate room temperatures.
Interfacing, yes. But aren't you curious to know what's on the precious filament? There's a radio computer upstairs. Close the lid. I am curious. Let me select it. It's not letting me actually select the thing. Hold on. Oh, do I have to have the flashlight? Probably. Oh yeah, I did. Dozen the cubes, let's see. Remove the production schedule. Insert the off-site copy. Like a smooth drawer, the filament slides into place on the keyboard. Hit play starts blinking. Press play. The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's Pilnar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. The voice sounds 100 years old.
Good
It's
afternoon.
her again.
Please repeat. Is this the offset? Good. Please repeat the password.
Say afterlife, death.
No, that's
Oh.
not it.
Half-light. What does she mean? That's not it. What's the password then? Conceptualization. Maybe it's the second part of the leitmotif you saw on the stained glass window. After death, life again.
Good. I've unlocked the offside copy. After ending the call, please press print to access the filement.
Ka-ching.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
That's all for now.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Press print. It sounds like something cracks before the piece of paper starts filling up with pure black ink. Interfacing. Something's broken. Machines aren't supposed to behave like this. Look inside the compartment. Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscrosses of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says it in black marker, off-site copy. Read the printout. The paper is soaked with ink, its monochrome darkness spanning from margin to margin. It's not possible to make out any information. What happened? It's just covered in ink.
Odd. Something is obviously broken here.
Perception sight, very high, 97%. Examine the printer again. A single speck of white shines out from the shade. For some reason, the printer decided to spare this one tiny dot of paper. Island Empire, marked by the devil itself. Physical instrument. Looks like gibberish. Better get running again. Tear off the printout. Tiles on the cube are smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Viscerant, play and print on the side of the keyboard. Let's see. Leave. Well, remove. Filament memory. The filament slides out of the glowing nest. Replace this thing with some cigarettes. Oh, it replaced my cigarettes and let's see, a beer. Oh yeah, I need to change my shirt before I forget. I think I had this on. Oh, that's not it. It's over here.
Yes, what is it?
About the off-site copy you asked
Yes?
for. I brought you the filament. Give her the off-site copy.
Thanks. Looks like it's the one.
What's going to happen now?
Now I'm going to print it out to see what's left of it.
Don't waste your time printing it out. There's nothing but a speck of white in a sea of ink. It's broken. What are you even hoping to
A
find?
speck of white? That's exactly what I'm hoping to find.
What do you mean?
Lintel was able to divine the location of the anomaly from this broken copy. I want to repeat their calculation, only this time with better equipment. Watch. What an intricate display of failure.
The paper gets soaked in ink again, its evil blackness shining in the light of the mainframe. It looks eerie. Interfacing. This is wrong. Machines shouldn't behave like that. Play it cool. Now what? Something's very wrong with that filament memory. Step back, please. Just stop. Stop playing with this thing. Suna doesn't reply, her hands running over the printout. She's looking for something. For her morning star. Her eyes scouring the millimeters.
Here, I found it.
She suddenly says, raising her ink-stained fingertips. Where? Lean closer. It's that white dot in the same place I saw before when I printed it out.
Hold on.
She's behind the keyboard now, typing something in some numbers and that only she understands. The terminal beeps and the lights inside start pulsing like a glowing heart. Can I do anything? I'm still not sure it's a good idea, tinkering with the unknown. Say nothing.
Just give me a second. I'm almost...
She clocks up her typing speed.
I've never witnessed a programmer work before.
Done. I've got it. I found the location of the anomaly.
You did it. You found the coordinates. Oh my god, congratulations. So where is it? Where's your 2mm hole in the world?
I found the coordinates.
Empathy. She's beaming. You can feel it in your heart. Interfacing. Great job. Congratulations.
Thank you.
She yells back with a grin. Electrochemistry. Time for a celebratory drink, perhaps. Just a thought. Yeah. So, where is it? Where's your 2mm hole in the world?
There. In the swallow.
As she points at the other end of the church, where a group of water bowls forms a ritualistic arch.
Think you can help me again?
She tilts her head, eyes sparkling. Sure. Do I have a choice?
I need you to go move those water bowls for me. I need to double-check my calculations.
Interfacing. You like moving things around. Moving things around is calming.
Just walk over to the circle and follow my instructions. Move the third bowl 2 centimeters to the left, and the fourth bowl 5 centimeters to the right. This should do the trick.
The third bowl 2 centimeters to the left, and the fourth bowl 5 centimeters to the right. 3, 2.
Thanks.
Sure. Cold wind blows in from the broken gallery, makes your skin crawl. Which one is the... Water bowls. It's awfully silent again, as if someone turned off the entire world outside the walls. Water outside of the bowl stands still. Perception. Sight. Measurements have been marked down. around the bowls, each chalk line drawn representing a centimeter on the floor. Interfacing. Oh boy, this is gonna be good. Move the third bowl from the left 2 centimeters away. It moves like a ghost without creating a single trace of sound. Move the fourth bowl from the left 5 centimeters to the right. Some water spills out of the bowl, wetting the floor. The lead programmer sends you an encouraging thumbs up from across the hall. Physical instrument. Time to run back, or perhaps walk. This is a sacred place after all.
Yes, what is it?
I moved the water bowls to the right positions, just like you asked. What's
Great.
next?
Everything should be aligned now.
Empathy. Miss Know-It-All is hesitating. What's wrong? Okay, let's get this party started.
Yeah, nothing. Now the only thing left to do is to unmute the headphones. If we got the location right, we should then be able to hear whatever sound this anomaly makes.
Wait. Why did you have your headphones on mute in the first place? Isn't it going to just be silence and nothing else?
Honestly, I'm a little scared.
Is it just gonna be silence?
I don't know. That's what I'm scared of. I don't know. It could be anything. I mean, what sound does the nothing make? How can you even listen to something that doesn't exist?
She turns to face you, the mainframe throwing shadows on her chin.
What if silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself is...
She grows silent, her face very pale in the cold light of electricity. What? You're overthinking this. You're right. We should be cautious. We don't know what we're dealing with here. What?
I don't know. I'm just scared. Maybe it's going to be something terrifying. Maybe it's going to tear the world apart.
Conceptualization. Like that evil ink that filled the printout, erasing coherence and meaning. You're overthinking this. We should be cautious.
Maybe I'm just tired.
It's scary, but we just have to face it. Hey, I don't think I want to do it anymore. Seems too dangerous. Slowly start to back up.
Yeah, you're right. Let's do it.
She puts her hand on her oversized headphones, ready to press unmute on the keyboard. The lieutenant takes a step back. And then nothing. Nothing happens as Suna Lukina Clyde presses unmute on her keyboard. Nothing but silence. Perception hearing. You can hear some small animals cross the floor of the chancel. It's that quiet in the sanctuary. Can you hear anything? She doesn't answer. Her eyes closed and brows knitted together in a stare of deep focus, one hand cupping the headphones. Well?
Damn it.
She lets out a loud sigh before tearing off the headphones. She's still avoiding your gaze. Come on, did you hear anything? Well, at least the world seems to still be alright.
No, of course not. Nothing happened. Let's move on.
Empathy. Despite her fear, she was hoping for something extraordinary to take place. What do you mean, nothing? Did you find the swallow?
No.
She rests her face on her hands, massaging her forehead.
No. My hypothesis was wrong. According to this, I should have heard something, if I got the coordinates right. Like I said, silence is only what surrounds it. But this is just another failure. Silence sounds like silence. That's all it is. You can try on the headphones. See if you can hear anything. But don't get your hopes up.
Island Empire. Silence is silence. You're sure there's more to it. Logic. Can't be... this can't be it. You should have a listen. 83%. Put on the headphones. +2 to Cold Mama d'Aqua. Perception hearing. Everything disappears. You are draped in silence, like a drowning man, staring into his puny little headspace. And then, the pressure changes. What does it mean? Yes, but can I hear anything? It feels like flying on an aerostatic, or when your ears pop, or like a subtle difference in the atmosphere, a weather change hanging in the air. What if the sound you're looking for is too low for you to hear it? Suna, take off the headphones. What if we just need a better sound system?
A better sound system? Alright, but where would we get one?
Perception hearing. Suddenly, a rhythmic beat permeates the walls, causing a small patch of decorative stucco to crumble onto the wooden floor.
We should really allocate some renovation funds to this place.
Murmurs the lieutenant, inspecting the damage done to the aerobags.
No. What they really should do is shut down the disco men for disturbing neighborhood peace.
Yes, but they could help with the speakers.
You mean the speed freaks?
She closes her eyes as more dance music invades the holy silence of the sanctuary.
Of course. The speed freaks. They have a fantastic sound system. And you think they would help me?
They would, if you wouldn't mind them moving in with you.
I guess I could live through a week or two of peaceful coexistence.
Suggestion. Brilliant. Negotiating their detective as always. Great. I'll go talk to them then.
Sure. Let me know how it goes. Thanks.
What?
Hi again. So, how are things going?
I know Noid has his signs, but what's the deal with the egghead there? Let's see, I wanted to talk to you about the full of equipment. You mentioned some kind of... talk about the church.
What's the deal?
Good news, I managed to convince Suna. She's okay with you guys moving in, but on one condition. She needs your speakers for her project.
We are grateful, Copman. You're an augury of a new era of Nordic dance music.
You're going to have to share space for a couple of weeks until she gets her research finished.
That's fine. We can manage. And you're still sure about keeping our little side business, right?
Actually, I've been thinking. Oh, you mean the illegal drugs lab? There will be no shady shenanigans in this church. Only love and anodic dance music.
Fine. We can make do. It's going to take us a bit to move our stuff inside. A couple of hours, maybe. Come check back later. Let's get moving.
Leave the tent. The water runs from the west. The source is upstream. A broken pipe? Oh wait, how do I get up there? I don't remember. I think I have to go all the way around. Wait, where's this taking me? Oh, I was just stuck on something. I don't know why. There, I'll save there and oh yeah, this is that the art wall is up there, but I don't have very much conceptualization, I don't think. No, I have 4. I don't think that's high enough though. Tiny cages, carefully constructed. Oh yeah, this is the cryptozoologist and Gary.
Here we go. Nice and easy. No way out, little guys. Not out of this jam.
There's a cylinder on the ground, in which the man is arranging some netting. It looks like some kind of a trap. He notices you.
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officers.
Composure. His self-conscious enthusiasm renders his movements ungainly. He looks like your understanding of a scientist.
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
Gary the crypto-fascist.
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it.
You must be Moral, the cryptozoologist.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
Rhetoric. That's sarcasm. He takes no pleasure from your appearance. You don't seem too happy to see the RCM. Lena sent me. She's been really worried about you and is waiting for you to get back.
Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the A81.
Yeah, that was me. I broke the water lock with my motor carriage, but it's fixed now. You can go back. The water lock's been fixed. It was fine when I crossed it. With all the whole story? Nah.
You broke the water lock with a motor carriage? There was a billboard in the canal. Not a vehicle. It said Samaran Butter.
I guess you're right. It was really the sign's fault. Anyway, you can go back now. No, it was all me. I caused your delay, and I'm sorry, but you can return now.
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary. We can go soon. If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long.
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we're going.
He refrains a bit, he refastens a bit of netting that has come loose in the wind. Interfacing. His hands are large and weather-worn, but also used for delicate precision work. Volition. For all his passions, this man is diligent and patient. You could learn things from him. I'm looking for a suspect. Have you seen a woman with red hair who seems to be on the run?
I'm afraid not, officer. I've been busy digging around in the reeds for days, looking for signs of insect activity. I'm less interested in mammalian concerns, to be perfectly honest.
The lieutenant takes a short note in his notebook. and then gestures for you to respond. Tell me about this phasmid you're looking for. Tell me more about these traps. Lena seems pretty eager for you to return. How did you become a cryptozoologist?
Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find, which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it.
What makes it so difficult to find? How big is the phasmid? Why are you so interested in this stick bug? It doesn't seem to be as colorful as some of the other cryptids I've heard about. What have you discovered?
Good question. Being a phasmid of the order Phantasmodea, a ghost insect, it disguises itself as plant matter. In this case, the reeds. Awful lot of reeds around, aren't there? And I suspect it may have also developed other specialised techniques to protect itself from predators, or scientists, in our present case.
What sorts of specialized techniques is the phasmid using to hide itself?
It's my hypothesis that it has evolved certain electrochemical defences that allow it to interfere with animal perception, impeding pattern recognition, confusing the visual cortex. But I cannot describe how these defences work, much less how they evolved, without studying a live specimen.
Island Empire. Yes, it makes perfect sense. You're beginning to suspect there's something paranatural about this phasmid. How big is this phasmid?
I'm expecting it to be quite giant. One known species of phasmid, called the Megaphasmodea zoensis, is about the size of a grown man's forearm, so,
He leaves the conclusion up to you. Physical instrument. Seems puny, to be honest. Why are you so interested in this stick bug?
Typical rookie assumption. Insects are much more sophisticated creatures than those unversed in zoology give them credit for. Even simply catching a glimpse of the Insulindian phasmid would be the apex of of any cryptozoologist's career. But to study it and its defences, find out how it stayed hidden so long.
He shakes his head. Electrochemistry would be glory itself. What have you discovered so far?
Very little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based on first and third-hand accounts.
So no one's ever found one?
Not yet. That's what makes it a cryptid.
Just out of curiosity, if there's no proof of its existence, how do you know it's real?
I know it's real.
The cryptozoologist says, brusquely enough, that he even seems taken aback by it. Rhetoric. It's clear that his obsession with the phasmid is driven by something more than the pure pursuit of scientific advancement.
By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition.
Lena said there's been a sighting of it here in Martinez. Maybe the Insulindian phasmid has died out.
Yes, the most recent sighting was by a couple of teenagers along the coast here. That's what brought us to Martinez specifically. It's the first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for this species, but with all the sewage runoff upstream, it probably doesn't matter much anymore.
Maybe it died out.
I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all, it's generally thought to be capable of parthenogenesis.
Encyclopedia. He means asexual reproduction. The females of the species don't need to mate to produce viable eggs. This makes it easier for a species with a small population to survive. That's pretty clever. Females reproducing without males. A travesty, a crime against passion and common sense. A crime against passion and common sense. This arouses no special feelings in me.
Yes, the Insulindian phasmid is a very clever insect. That's why it's so damn difficult to catch. But as a scientist, I'll try my best to remain dispassionate.
Tell me more about these traps.
Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly, so I'm sure they'll do the trick.
Elena designed the traps.
Yes.
He says with some pride. How do the traps work?
Simple. Attracted by the locusts, the phasmid crawls down the funnel and, having eaten its fill, can't get back out. At least, that's the intention. The net isn't a perfect solution, but we didn't want to use anything that might damage the specimen's delicate exoskeleton.
What are you using as bait?
Locusts. Nearly all known phasmids are herbivores, of course. But we've hypothesized that the Insulindian phasmid might occasionally prey on other insects.
Perception sight. Inside the traps, a number of locusts crawl and tumble over one another in a tiny, chittering swarm. A meat-eating stick insect. Does it pretend to be the reeds as part of its ambush behavior? This seems unlikely. A carnivorous stick insect seems unlikely.
Thank you for your opinion. We have also included plant material in the traps to satiate your skepticism.
Suggestion. Not a big fan of skepticism, this one. What will you do if these traps don't work?
They'll work, I assure you. The predatory hypothesis, using locusts as bait, accounts for the failure of previous efforts by other teams, which use plants. We have given this some thought.
Interfacing. The traps do seem to deftly and thoughtfully constructed. It's clear the cryptozoologist's wife knows what she's doing. Let's talk about something else.
What?
Lena seems pretty eager for you to return.
And I'm eager to return to her, I assure you. But I can't leave before we finish with these traps. My wife understands that just as well as anyone.
Come on, Morale. We've been soaking out here for days. It's time to go back.
And leave the traps? Absolutely not. I won't let Lena down.
Come on, she wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here. We'll both catch reed crabs if we don't dry out soon.
Empathy. Won't let Lena down. Sounds like the cryptozoologist's wife shares a special connection to the phasmid somehow. I don't know the phasmid was so important to Lena. Let's see, come on. You're doing this for yourself, not her.
Of course it's important to her. She's seen it. A verified sighting, on record. One of only 4 this century, and it's hers.
Really? She sighted the phasmid. She didn't tell me that.
Yes. That's how we first came to know one another, in fact. But that's her story to tell, not mine.
Island Empire. Needless to say, you must ask her about the mysterious phasmid.
Suffice to say, it's long been our dream to find proof of the Insulindian phasmid together. I can't abandon course now.
Maybe you could go back to the whirling, warm up, come back and check the traps later. You should just give up on that bug hunt. Okay, I understand. I don't give up on things either.
Good. A good quality to have, both for a police officer and an experimental zoologist.
Interfacing. I could go for some trap setting. What if we check the traps for you?
I didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer.
He looks at you with obvious surprise. Cryptozoology and detective work are very similar. Chaos is my method. I am its Seon. Seon, whatever. We're looking for someone hiding on this very coast, looking for another thing that may lead us to her. I'm all in with this cryptid shit. I'm hooked.
Caught the bug, I see. It's easier to get caught up in the search than you'd imagine.
My partner was joking. We are on a search of our own. It wouldn't hurt to check the reads while we're at it. I assume that's what we'll be doing?
Oh yes, officer. Very much so. The traps are all in the reeds. That is where we expect the phasmid to prowl.
Where are these traps? What do I do if there's a phasmid in one of the traps? What if I encounter the phasmid in the wild?
There are 4 in total. One is to the south, on this little peninsula, by the boathouses there. It's very near. Another we set in Land's End, to the northeast. It's behind a small sand dune there, on your way to the old radio tower, after the church. The third is set near the canal, where you crossed, by a concrete slab. A big thicket of reeds going up the slope, and among them, you should check at least one of those before returning to this one, since I just said it. This one's more of a technicality, but still, better safe and stupid than sorry.
What do I do if there's a phasmid in one of the traps?
Bring it to me at once. Just make sure the trap is closed tight.
A drama. He's not comfortable with the possibility that you'll claim the find, but he's lying about this even to himself. What if I encounter it in the wild?
That's highly unlikely, officer. But in the event you do, I'll spray you with a pheromone mixture I developed. It's made of musk and research chemicals. The pheromone should attract the insect to you, or at least prevent it from bolting at the sight of you. It's quite potent. Will last you about a week.
Lay it on me. Lay it on me thick. Present your armpit. I don't want this. Thank you very much. Give me it thick. He douses you with an old-smelling spray, a double helping as you present your other armpit, and then gives you a satisfied nod. Shivers. This is the smell of dying reeds, of longing crumbling into the water.
I hope you're not buying this. He dispenses it without letting you touch the canister, so it would be precious like holy water.
It is precious. A single dose cost me 50 real to develop. Not that I expect you to understand self-financing one's own research.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Right. Which means you two can pack up and go back to the whirling.
Whatever he thinks about this detour, it's clear that these men are exhausted and in need of assistance.
Finally, someone's talking sense.
Thank you for your help. Gary and I will start breaking down camp. If you have any more questions, now's the time to ask.
Rhetoric. If it's more cryptid-related business you want to discuss, you'll have time for that later too. Island Empire, but what if the information is vital? On the hunt. How did you become a cryptozoologist?
I've just always liked animals and puzzles. Searching for cryptids is a bit of both.
Suggestion. He seems reluctant to talk about himself, but he'll open up if you prod a little. So, you're living your childhood dream out here. Why not just be a zoologist? Real animals are puzzling too. Have you ever discovered a cryptid? Thanks for explaining that. Now, about something else.
It's not child's play. Just because I have to traipse through the mud every so often.
About a regular
Real.
zoologist.
I know you think one is a respectable profession, while the other is superstition. Everyone does.
I don't. It's a profession, just like any other. Honestly, being a cryptozoologist trumps most of the garbage I've seen people do. Cryptozoology does seem a lot of like wishful thinking.
My methods do not differ from other scientists. I simply draw upon a wider variety of evidence. And I have more hope that something truly surprising might happen.
Pain threshold. Your nerve endings tell you that there's no such thing as a positive surprise.
Agreed. Yet there is always a chance, albeit a small one, of a truly good surprise. One simply needs to look at the history of science. Serendipities abound.
And has anything truly surprising ever happened to you?
No, as I said, I have yet to catch a cryptid, although I have come close. Close enough to keep trying.
Interesting. Something for later. This close call. What kind of evidence do you use?
Everything from forgotten regional lore to newspaper accounts, like the one that brought us here, to look for the phasmid. I keep a very open mind.
He's interested in things that people believe that scientists don't. You think other scientists don't listen to ordinary people enough?
Most establishment scientists only care about reputation and remuneration, not real research, and certainly not the truth. They're a cowardly lot, and both the field and basement archives can be dangerous places.
So, you've never discovered a cryptid?
No. Very few cryptids are ever discovered, and not for a lack of trying. To stay hidden is a cryptid's primary quality. It's even in the name, cryptid.
So, how many cryptids have been found?
Of the list of cryptids kept by the Cryptozoological Society of Chemnee, which is 4,082 items long, about 2,000 have been confirmed as hoaxes. 2 are categorized as confirmed discoveries. The rest are in differing stages of discovery, refutation, and data collection.
Only 2 have been proven real?
Yes. The Chateau Quan forest pygmy, who turned out to be an extinct species of primate, and a cave salamander from Grad, who is, honestly, quite unremarkable. It's in a zoo somewhere. We cryptozoologists are brutally honest with ourselves, more so even than the public. With cryptids, most cryptids are hoaxes or they are never found. That does not mean we should stop searching.
2 out of 4,000 is not even 1%. Not approvingly, then the Insulindian phasmid will be the 3rd. I don't even know what to say. That's a small number of discoveries. It will be.
Indeed. If our expedition is successful, every paper in the world will report on it. From Revachol to Dushantu. It will be a zoological miracle.
Shivers, the hair on your arm stands up. Electricity. Sounds like reeds hissing. Logic. He has clearly done this math on this. There is no surprising him, or swaying his opinion. Thanks.
Yes?
Let's talk about specific cryptids. I'll do that later. Because it's getting late and I need to talk to some other people and discover the boardwalk and all that. Is this the... These soggy logs smell of ignition fluid. They still won't light up.
Hello, I'm Gary. Very generous of you to help us out, officer. Yellow man. I mean, officer.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows slightly and takes out his notebook. Yellow man, interesting. This is something to ask him about after a little probing first.
I'm just waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization.
And not a lover of the great outdoors. Yeah, I'm more of a city boy too.
I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here.
Drunks and degenerates, that's my crew. Sadly, I think I might be a drunk, or a degenerate, maybe even both. Nobody's perfect. I'm sure you've been tempted to drink.
Dark times will do that to good men.
He nods gravely, then shifts his gaze to the pile of soggy logs at his feet. Authority. Serious question time. This man is no innocent. No one is. Do you know anything about the man hanged behind the whirling in rags? Is this your mug? You're a cryptozoologist too. So you were surprised by my colleague, Lieutenant Kutsaragi.
Oh, so that's what the RCM in Martinez is about. Great. Great to hear someone's finally taking care of that.
So you do know something about it?
No. Nothing. He was some kind of mercenary. But everyone here knows that. I'm just glad to hear you're looking into it. That's all.
Oh yeah, I forgot to put my level in something. Yeah, I'll just get another. Island Empire, why not? Composure. He's not feeling very comfortable in his clothes. Is he strange? He didn't kill him or anything, but there's something going on here. Is this Yellow Mug yours?
My mug? Why would you think that?
Composure. His eyes widen at the sight of the mug. He's seen it before, all right. You said Yellow Man. That's not something many people go around saying. It seemed as if you were calling to it longingly when you cried Yellow Man. I can see you recognize it. It's in your eyes. You look like the kind of guy who might have a collection of mugs like this. Home is in the Colonial Mug Collection.
Really? I hear it all the time. All in jest, of course. No offense meant to anyone.
Just admit it, man. You put that mug in the trash container behind the whirling. Still seems suspicious. Did I mention the mug was found at the scene of a lynching? Alright, I believe you. You look like the kind of man who knows it's a crime to lie to an officer.
Maybe. Okay. Yes, I did. I know I shouldn't have, and I am very sorry, officer. You're not going to find me, are you?
I am. Rip out a fine slip for 20 real. I am. Rip out a fine slip for 100 real. I am. Rip out a fine slip for 250 real. The maximum. Nah, Gary. I just want information.
Okay, I deserve that. And I won't do it again. You have my word. I don't know what got into me. Stuffing my garbage in another man's property, I've been having trouble at work lately. The Koikos are price dumping us out of competition.
What did you do, Gary?
Nothing. Just answering some questions. Helping out the law.
Electrochemistry. Here we go. Start pumping that sweet info. How did you get into the trash container? Gary, did you put the clothes of the murder victim, the man who was hanged behind the whirling in rags, into the trash container?
I know a guy who works with the trash collection services, CS Municipal. He gave me a master key for the trash containers of Martinez.
Why would you need to get into everyone's trash?
So I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell. The damn Bohemians run it like a mob. I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut costs. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have disgraced myself.
Disgraced? No need for the histrionic, sir. It was, after all, just a trash container.
He studies his reaction. Gary doesn't answer. Gary, did you put the clothes of the murder victim in there?
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's not like that.
Do.
I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals, you know?
Yes, yes. What happened? Okay, then what happened?
Then I came out to clean up the rags because no one else would. I put them into the Whirling's trash, along with a broken mug, admittedly.
He changes his mind mid-sentence.
Okay. I was coming to throw the mug away, and, well, I threw the mug there and the clothes too.
Right. It was just civic duty.
The lieutenant remarks drolly.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. Civic duty.
Perception hearing. As he shifts uncomfortably, a series of clicks, like a clinking of glass beads against one another, as they roll across the hardwood floor. You've heard this sound before, but where? What was that strange sound?
What sound?
That clinking I just heard when you moved. Don't mess with me. I think you know what I'm talking about.
Really?
He fans his arms out slowly, and this time his motions are soundless.
There's lots of weird stuff out here in the reeds, though. Insects, trash. Could be the wind shifting some garbage nearby.
Shivers every day. The wind shifts the reeds and whatever was left in them. Tambourines and condom wrappers, plastic and glass bottles, the smell of decay. Perception hearing. The sound you heard was not the sound of something easily abandoned.
What?
Don't
I
mess
haven't
with
the
me.
slightest. There's lots of weird stuff out here in the reeds, though. Insects, trash.
It's the same. It's the same if you choose it. Would you know anything about the victim's missing armor, would you?
Armor? No. I mean, yes. Of course. I know he was wearing armor, but I don't know anything about it.
Drama. An infant could see he's not telling the truth, but he's too scared to admit more wrongdoing. Composure. There's something going on here. You should observe him more closely. After this topic has concluded, let's move on.
I hope I could help your investigation, in my small way.
He's visibly relieved it's over. Half-Light. Don't be so relieved yet, Gary. This bad cop may have been in your apartment, admiring your mug collection, perhaps a little intimidation. I need to get that armor.
Always a pleasure. I mean, officers.
Composure. 72%. Why is he shifting around like that? Analyze Gary's composure. Let's see. +1 a clinking sound, +1 thinking about the armor. Well, let's see if I can say something else to him. So you're a cryptozoologist too?
No. I help Morel with research sometimes, and I've learned some things along the way. But I don't usually go in for picnics like this on my own.
You were surprised to see my colleague, Lieutenant Kutsuragi.
Not many Sealites here, or anywhere, other than Sail. I meant no offense, truly.
Do you have a problem with Sealites? The lieutenant is a native of Rivishol. Yes. Yeah, what are they doing in that Seal there, scheming?
Oh, yes. Of course he is. I was just speaking about his connections. Let's change the subject, okay?
He flashes an impenetrable smile. Rhetoric. It sounds like some conspiracy topic. You might be able to discuss it with him when the lieutenant isn't here, if you can remember it. Endurance. Your gut feeling tells you it'd be interesting. So, Gary, you live nearby, in an apartment in Martinez. Point in its direction.
Sure do, officer.
Perception sight. His eyes narrow slightly. He's wondering where this is going. Have you found your door open lately? And you're a big man from Hemdall fan. Mr. Clare must be very angry with you. I think I broke into your apartment. I'm very sorry. We'll return to this later.
In my home. Yes. When I was going to... How did you know?
Mr. Everett Clare thought it necessary to unlock your apartment. Nothing, just wanted to ask if your door's been unlocked lately. Now I have.
Is this about the Union? Did the big man open the door?
No, I did, per his request. Nod. Don't worry. I didn't go in.
So you work for Everard Clare? Officer, please tell him we're good. No, tell him I'll make it up to him. What have I done? He'll send the muscle after me.
The man looks around, whispering. He makes sure no one hears you talk. Composure. As he lowers his tone, he hunches his back. Really, I don't even know what it was about. Just opened the door. Yeah, I don't know what it was, but he doesn't like you. Try not to shit yourself, Gary. It's just an open door. Nod grimly. Our discussions on this topic are over.
What could it be about? I probably talked too loud. In the whirling. About some theories I had. Whatever it is, I'm done with it. I won't do it again. If there's anything I can do to assist you, or the Union, just ask, okay? I'll try to help if I can.
Half-Light. This scared him proper. He's positively melting from fear. Has to prop himself up with a lot of anger to keep it together.
The weather vane has turned. He cannot be unturned.
He clearly liked his squirming. He may even have changed his mind about the whole door-opening operation. Oh, now it's a 92%. +2 scared him with the apartment.
Always, I mean, officers.
Why is he shaking around like that? Analyze Gary's composure. Wow, it's 92% in it. It still fails. I need that armor to complete the set. Oh, what's this? It's almost impossible to get a fire going this near the ocean.
Always, I mean, officers.
There we go. And that's why I save. Because even if it's like 90%, it still doesn't work sometimes. And you can't get the armor unless you pass this check here. And this is the most important piece of the armor, too. Composure. That shirt looks very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping the thing together, as if something is ready to rip out from underneath. his massive musculature, something's worn underneath it. Yes, like a piece of ceramic armor, for example. One that makes a clicking sound when the plates meet each other, resembling pearls or marbles, stolen from the corpse in the yard near where he lives. I see you're a connoisseur, connoisseur of high-quality combat gear.
I knew you'd figure it out, officer.
Connoisseur.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you at once.
He unbuttons his shirt.
I was ashamed of what I did. And I didn't want you to know.
You see gleaming white ceramic shine underneath. A thin layer of interlacing plates covers his gaunt torso. Drama. We're not detecting falsehood, sire. He's gearing up to admit the truth. Empathy. This shame is surprisingly sincere.
Gary, what's going on?
Gary.
Later, Morale. I've got apologizing to do.
No, you've got explaining to do.
Give me that armor, now. Why did you really put those clothes in the trash? Why did you lie to me, Gary? Do you know who killed the hangman? Yeah, we got the armor. He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully. The cuirass that matches the dead man's boots comes into view. Soon as it's in your hands, smells of his sweat. Interfacing, but so light to hold, like a bag of cotton. Why did you really put these clothes in the trash?
Everyone was picking those pieces off him, and I was watching them do it. And they scattered his clothes all over the yard. Everything was smelling.
He looks at his feet.
So I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. All those rags on the ground, him swinging up there, and I had a lapse of honor, sir. I thought, he's a foreigner. They all say he wasn't from here. Only the cuirass was left, so I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning. No one saw me. I took it with me. It was a mistake. Had I known it'd give you guys trouble, I wouldn't have... Fuck.
His lips start quivering.
It's okay. It was a loose end, and you are tying it up now.
The lieutenant jots something down in his notebook.
I'm so fucking sorry I called you Yellow Man. Sealite officers commanded the suzerain's navy. Most of them sided with the king when...
He shakes his head. Rhetoric. They were thoroughly conservative men, he realizes suddenly. Esprit de corps, it's difficult to say what the lieutenant thinks of this historic apology. His face does not belie emotions. Why did you lie to me?
Because I was weak. I should have told you the moment I saw you, but...
The hell, Gary? You in trouble?
Yeah, Gary.
I'll explain later.
He doesn't muster up the strength to yell. Do you know who killed the hanged man?
I always thought it was the Union, but I sure as hell won't go around saying that anymore. You have my word. I don't know, and I won't be running my mouth on this subject anymore.
Drama. This is all he knows.
Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again. I won't mess with Mr. Clare either. You have my word.
Thanks for your cooperation. Oh yeah, I got the armor. The Fairweather T500 Cuirass. Let's see, where is it? There. +1 to pain threshold. Thicker than skin. +1 to volition. Borrowed confidence. And -1 empathy. Mania of the invulnerable. This vitreous enamel cuirass fits snugly and redistributes kinetic energy across its countless white plates. Amazingly, it fits under your coat. And it also makes a pretty porcelain sound when shaken. It also has a hidden passive ability of being bulletproof. That'll come into play later. But that's going to have to be it for me for tonight. I'm getting tired and my voice is starting to wear out. I need to rest it a bit. Alright, well, thank you all very much for watching, and have a good night.